we can all breathe a bit. It has been a long time for this Leaf team to have a convincing win like this, or hell, have a regulation win where it doesn't feel like you're hanging on for dear life. They beat the Calgary Flames 6-2 tonight at Scotiabank Arena on Prime Monday Night Hockey. It's a great game from the Leafs. Every which way you look at it. The penalty kill, great. Power play, electric. Joe Woll, good. I didn't like the first goal. Second goal, I can't blame him. You only allowed 2. Good stuff. Defensively, the Leafs look great. And oh, by the way, your best players were the best players tonight. Austin Matthews, one of his better games of the year, if not his best game of the season tonight. And we'll break this whole thing down right now. Here we go. First period. Doesn't take long. $1.47 in. Point shot from, I believe it was Oliver Ekman-Larsson. It was either him or Benoit. And he gets knocked down in front, but Max Domi finds the rebound and buries it. $1.47 in. Leafs get a 1-0 lead. Benny and OEL grab assists in the goal, and you got the lead. But as Leaf fans, we've seen this recently. We've seen this Leaf team get out to a good start and fall apart. What game was that? It wasn't the Florida game. Let me try and find the schedule real quick. Was it Utah? Yeah, it was Utah, where the Leafs dominated early on, right? They outshot Utah 13-4 in the first, and at one point it was like 16-4, and then completely hit a wall, and it was just pathetic after that. So they had a great start to this game. Great start to the first period. Matthews hit a post. He was looking really good early on. Great defensively. Had a couple really big scoring chances that just got denied by Dustin Wolf. But then late in the period, on a rush, Rasmus Andersson fires one on, beats Joe Woll 5-0. I did not like the goal whatsoever. That can't go in. But it's 1-1 with only 47 seconds left. And I'm sitting here at the end of the first period, and if you haven't followed the Twitter page, link's down below. I tweeted after the first. I'm like, it was a great period. Leafs outshot them 14-6. The high danger chance, I believe, were like 6-1 in the period. They dominated play, but it's 1-1. And that just feels like what this team has been like recently. They play pathetic hockey and they're down a bunch, or they play really well, but somehow they're tied or they're down a goal or something like that. And you go into the second period and I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, what Leaf team are we going to see now? Well, they get a power play early on, and it was great. They had great chances early on the power play, can't score. But then Willie Nylander off the kind of the tic-tac-toe from the outside. I really like that setup on the power play. Marner at the high point with Nylander to his left and Matthews to his right. Both guys on their one-timers. Why were the Tampa Bay Lightning so successful for years? Kucherov on the right, Stamkos on the left, and a bunch of chaos in front. That's what you expected from those guys, and that's why that power play was so elite. You have Willie Nylander's one-timer on that side. You have Austin Matthews' one-timer on this side. You have Matthew Knies' big ass standing in front of the net, or John Tavares, or whoever else you have on the ice. And then you have a bumper down low, which on one of the goals ended up being Matthew Knies. So puck gets worked around from the outside. Marner, or is it Matthews, to the point to Marner, to Willie Nylander pretty quickly. And the one-timer, gorgeous shot from Alex Ovechkin's office, beats Dustin Wolf short side for Willie's 38th goal of the year. Marner and Matthews with assists at $1.39. Power plays 1-for-1. We're feeling good. You got the lead. Now, I can't remember when this the disallowed goal happened. Was it after? I think it was after the Willie goal. And they get a power play goal, it looks like. And we're like, okay, Robertson, you're starting to really piss everybody off. First period, he's got the slap shot that I guess he didn't hear the whistle. He goes for, unsportsmanlike conduct, goes to the box. They don't score on it. But in the second period, takes a brutal high sticking penalty. Like, puck's down in their own end. You're chasing the guy, but you one hand on the stick, kind of swipe, and it ramps up the guy's stick and into his face. You see Berube on the bench. He's rubbing his eyebrows like, are you freaking kidding me? This guy's I'm going to have an ulcer just watching this guy play. And looks like they score. They review it, but Jordan Bean, the guy's behind the glass, looking at all these reviews and replays. These guys are mutants at this. They get it right just about every damn time. They go to review. It's overturned. It's offside. No goal. The Leafs keep the lead. And in my opinion, that's where the game turned. Because about 7 or 8 minutes after that, Robertson out of the box. Domi with a great play to get the puck down low. You watch him and he peeks over his shoulder, seeing Robertson coming down the middle of the ice. And Robertson, if you watch him again, he's on the right side of the net, but he makes a little cut to the left to get away from the defender and get his stick free. He does. Beautiful sauce from Max Domi to the tape of Robertson, who buries it for his 12th goal of the year. OEL with the secondary on the play. And hey, the Leafs got a 3-1 lead, and the floodgates start to open. 6 minutes after that, Leafs get another power play. And Austin Matthews kind of can't really handle a pass. Looks like he's going to try and go for a pass into the slot to Matthew Knies or something. But then he's like, you know what? Screw this. I'm Austin Matthews. I can score goals. And he rips this thing high glove, short side cheese on Dustin Wolf. A beautiful shot from Austin Matthews. His goal at 15:41 of the second period. Leafs now lead at 4-1. His 25th goal of the season. Nylander and Marner grab assists on it. And you're feeling good up 4-1. But they weren't done. You get another power play late in the period. And again, this is the problem with the Leafs in years past, down the stretch and into the postseason. Your power play stinks. I think they said in the broadcast that they went 1 for 21 in that series with the Boston Bruins last year. That can't happen when you lost by 1 goal in a game 7 in overtime. You get an extra power play goal here and there, who knows what happens. So to watch this power play start to feel it here as the season goes along, which we have never seen before. It's usually been red hot start, best top 5 in the league, and then pitter patter, fall apart, and die at the end of the season. Well, they were dead for the first 3 months of the year, and they've started to figure it out, and they were 3 for 3 today. But nonetheless, that's what I'm talking about. Nylander gets the puck on the half boards, and Matthew Knies, who's right in front of the net, goes down behind the back of the net to give Nylander that outlet. Or below the red line. He didn't go behind the net, but it was below the red line. Nylander fires it down low, hits him, and Matthews starts creeping towards the net. Nice feed from Matthew Knies to find Matthews, and he buries it past Dustin Wolf. His second of the game. And Austin Matthews, after having a really good first period, no results, have 2 power play goals in the second period. His 26th of the year. Knies and Nylander with assists. Leafs now lead at 5-1. We're feeling nothing but good. Heading into the third period, you outshoot them 12-7 in the second period. Again, they didn't let off the gas. They kept going, and they got up 5-1 after 2 periods of play. Now, you knew the third period, they were going to give it a little push. But Bobby McMann, because Dan Vladar came in the net. Bobby McMann kind of tries to corral a puck. It was kind of a weird one for him. I think it was Riley who tried to dish it off to him. Bouncing puck. Is able to settle it down enough. And he kind of hesitates the shot because the puck wasn't settled. And that screws up Dan Vladar because this shot goes along the ice to the far post and it beats him. Bobby McMann's 18th goal of the year. When was the last time he scored it? It feels like it's been a little bit for Bobby. February 6th in Seattle was the last time before the Four Nations. That's the last time he scored before today. So a much-needed goal for him. Yarn Kruk, good to see him get the assist there. And Morgan Riley with this as a 3:03 of the third period to put the Leafs up 6-1. You're feeling good. Yeah, they got outshot 13-3 in the third period. But again, how high danger did any of those shots feel? Not really. Even the goal by Kevin Ball. It goes off the skate of Scott Lawton, who's had a glorious start to his Leaf tenure. But I thought he did good on the penalty kill today. That he looked really good. But again, tough break for him. Tough break for Joe Woll. 13-3 in shots. You outshot them 29-26 for the game. Face-off dot, dominated. 37-15 in favor of the Leafs. Special teams-wise, I mean, there's really no more dominant you can be than going 3 for 3 in the power play, and they had 4 power plays. You killed all 4 off. It was just electric stuff. And, of course, Benoit punching people in the face. You love to see it. So let's talk about the stats. 2 goals on 26 shots for Joe Woll and 923 save. Again, not a perfect game for him, right? Didn't like the first goal. Was really quiet for most of it. Made the saves he was supposed to make, right? I thought he was good. He was fine. I think he deserves the next start against Colorado just because Stolarz' numbers, they haven't been great. The Leafs haven't played great, but the numbers haven't been great for Stolarz. You had a good game from Joe Woll. Can you build on that against a really tough team in Colorado on Wednesday? We'll see. But key players, my goodness, the big boys, they showed up. Austin Matthews, as I mentioned, one of his better games of the year. 2 goals, 1 assist, +1 in the game, 5 shots on net, and had 3 blocked shots in the game as well. He was electric. One of his better games. Even without the puck. Like, defensively, he was great. Good stuff there. Willie Nylander, goal and 2 assists for him. 4 shots on there. And even he had a block shot to go along with it. And Max Domi. The talk all years, but you got to unlove the contract. He's been pathetic. Well, a goal and an assist and a +3 today. And I believe he has now scored back-to-back games. No, sorry, he didn't score against Ottawa, but he had a goal against Florida and an assist against Utah. So I like what we're seeing from Max recently. He was a +3 today as well. Nick Robertson a goal and a +2, but also took 2 pretty pathetic penalties. So we'll see what comes from that with David Kampf sitting on the shelf right now. Bobby McMahon with a goal and a +2. Mitch Marner a couple assists. OEL a couple assists, but somehow in a 6-2 game you're a -1. Riley with an assist and a +2, so that's nice to see. What else we got here? Simone Benoit had an assist in 6 penalty minutes, because why not? Calle Yarncrook and Matthew Nyes had assists as well in the game. Also, I thought Brendan Carlo had a nice night. He was a +1, had a couple hits, a couple block shots, played 19 minutes. I thought he was better today as well. So, next game for the Leafs, as I mentioned, is on Wednesday night as they host the Colorado Avalanche at Scotiabank Arena at 7 p.m. Look, you did good against Calgary, a desperate team who's trying to make the postseason. But now you got to play against one of the best teams in the Western Conference, and they are playing extremely well. They're 8-1-1 in their last 10. They've won 2 in a row. They are playing outstanding hockey. What are you going to do on home ice? They embarrassed you in Colorado 7-4. Let's see how the Leafs bounce back there on Wednesday night. If they do, hey, we'll be talking about how this team may have turned a corner at the right part of the season. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so you know what, guys? That's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the win this evening, hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What'd you like, what'd you not like from today's game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. So follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys Jays Edition Sunday, recapping this week's games. Raptors Edition later on tonight as they're playing the freaking Phoenix Suns. What's the score right now in that game? It is Raptors down 11. For tank-wise, that's brilliant stuff. So, just going to leave that there, all right? And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're back in action on Wednesday as they host the Colorado Avalanche at Scotiabank Arena, 7 p.m. puck drop there. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the dub today. Talk to you guys then.